Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is Kidlit Joy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to review an upcoming picture book release, Croc Candy by Claire Thompson and illustrated by Deborah Brown. This is the story of Angus Copelin-Waters, who is a real person, a real 14-year-old, I think, currently, who lives in the Northern Territory of Australia. What I didn't realise when I read this book was that Angus, at age 7, had started his own candy business. And not only that, but Angus has been diagnosed with dyslexia. And so Angus found himself struggling a little bit at school, despite the fact that he was trying really hard and that he really wanted to succeed. But he started up his candy business in response to wanting to do some good in the world. And through selling his candy and starting up his business as an entrepreneur, has been able to donate significant amounts of money to various charities, and Angus is now, I believe, the youth or young ambassador for Made by Dyslexia. So that's really cool. So as I said before, it is the story of Angus. Angus grew up in the Northern Territory and this is his story. So it's very much a narrative nonfiction. It does feature rhyming text, which is really great for listening for sounds and patterns within words. And it's really a story about dyslexia becoming Angus's superpower and the force through which he is able to do really amazing things. It's also about young entrepreneurs, which is really cool. The illustrations are really fun, and the reason it's called Croc Candy is because Angus is obsessed with crocodiles, which are very prevalent in the Northern Territory. And where most people are terrified of crocodiles, this story points out that Angus just loves them. He's fascinated by them and finds them to be really cool, and he isn't afraid. One thing I really love about particularly the start of this story is that it does center where Angus lives within Australia, because Australia is a big place, and if you're reading this as someone from overseas, it's good to know where exactly you are. And I do just love the illustrations the whole way through the book. They're really big, they're beautifully coloured, and they're super fun to look at. I also really like how we have a mix of simple, compound and complex sentences. So that makes it great as a mentor, as well as some really great tier 2 words. And I think it's really wonderful that we have these stories of kids who are doing amazing things out in the world that are making a huge difference, because our younger generation are the generation that are going to be the ones who are able to make change. And Angus has been able to do that from a very young age, which is amazing. So this is a really great one to have in a classroom, particularly if you are talking to kids about how they can make a difference and an impact in the world. It doesn't have to be coming up with your own candy line and doing all the testing and practice and selling things, but you can still make a difference. And sometimes it's just about believing in yourself and having the faith in your own abilities and persisting even when things are tough. So this is a really great book. I want to shout out Amy from Woods Lane Press, who actually reached out to me and asked if I'd like to review a copy of this book. It is coming out in February. I think it's around the start of February, and I hadn't heard of it. So I really appreciate that the publisher reached out and asked if I would be interested in picking it up, because I think it's a really wonderful book. In the description down below, I will leave links to the author, the illustrator, as well as Croc Candy, which is Angus's business. So if you want to find out more about Angus and the story behind Croc Candy, you absolutely can. But thank you again to the publisher for the review copy. I really appreciated it. In the comments, I'd love to know, are you planning on picking up this book, or do you have recommendations for books that are similar? Otherwise, feel free to leave a crocodile emoji to let me know that you're here. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.